Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the test tent, 2-foot by 4-foot, and we've got another unboxing video. It's another huge one. I know I said that I was not gonna probably want to do another multi-light unboxing, but this company hit me up and was like, hey, we want to do it for Dale too. And so I was like, hell, let's do it for Dale then. So here we are with another multi-light unboxing. This one is actually from Bloom Plus. So this is going to be another one of my Amazon installment series. Our Amazon lights any good? Our cheap Amazon lights any good? So it's more on the inexpensive end of the SMD boards out there. It kind of fits in between, I would say, in between Spider Farmer and MaxiSun as far as setup and as far as price. So right in there, right in the wheelhouse to be a really good price point for a really good light. So what we've got are 3 of their models here, and of course we've got all of our meters here. We got the par meter, we got the watt meter, we got the infrared thermometer, and meter. And we've got the katana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open these up here, and we're going to take a look at them. Then we're going to hook them up and see what kind of output we're going to get out of these. Now this one is pretty much standard. I've seen this type before. I've seen this type before. I have not seen this one yet. I don't have one of these. This one's a little bit different configuration than what I've seen out there, so I really am anxious to see this one. These two are great. I'm pretty sure they're going to do well. This one I'm thinking is going to be possibly the ultimate 3x3 light. So we'll see once we get to that one. We're going to start off at the little one here. So we'll go ahead and cut in here. Give it a little cut. Whoop. All right. Let's see what we've got going on in here. May be packed in there pretty tight. Might need a couple of hands to get it out here, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that's in there pretty tight, but I think I can jimmy it out. And there we go. All right. Well, it's decently packed. I will say that. Like, you can't see any part of the light. Oh, and it's like a puzzle piece. Well, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. Oh shit. That's pretty cool looking. I like the design with the black and the white. I haven't seen one that has the chips on the front there. Interesting. Got their nice little logo there. The Bloom Plus. I dig the look of it, definitely. Let's check the thickness here. I'd say it's probably along the lines of thickness of the Spider Farmer. A little less thick than the MaxiSun or an HLG as far as the metal goes. Does have the protective housing here for all the wiring. It does have that sticky water resistant coating. I don't know if you can see it, kind of shiny on there. It does have that on there. That's covering the diodes and everything. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Like I said, pretty standard as far as I've seen on these guys. It is very light, I will say that. It is much lighter. In picking this up, it is much lighter than the other ones that I've messed with. And as you can see, there is no driver, big driver on the back. So that is very interesting. This is a little bit different design, I guess you could say, than what I've seen, because all the other ones like this have had a big fatty driver on the back. this one just, I guess the driver is contained in here because there's no separate driver. Interesting. So yeah, this one's gonna have the driver in here. Probably, since it is gonna be in here, it's one of the smaller, a little bit more inexpensive drivers. But this company does use the Samsung diodes. So, like I was saying, it's kind of in between Spider Farmer, where Spider Farmer uses the Samsung diodes and then has the Meanwell driver. And then you've got MaxiSun, which doesn't use either Meanwell or Samsung, and is a little bit cheaper than both models. And then this one's in between, and it has the Samsung diodes and then just a basic driver. So pretty cool as far as the design goes. It is definitely a minimalist looking design, especially from this side. Like, wow, that is just, there's just nothing there. That's crazy. Give you a look at the specifications here. Quick look there, made in China, of course. But yeah, we've just got a power cord, non-detachable. And then we've got some rope ratchets and a hanging kit. So pretty basic as far as that goes. Let's take a look at the rope ratchets here. This is going to be the plastic, the cheaper rope ratchets. To be expected. It's a lesser expensive light, but that's really all it's going to come with. Oh, there's, I was just saying, is there no manual with this thing? It's stuck in the bottom here. Let me grab it. Let's take a look at the manual and see what it has to say here about this light. Alright, user's manual. There's some more specifications. Go ahead and pause if you want to read that. Hanging height suggestions. And then it's got the 15 and then the 3000. So that's the 1000. Pretty basic. They do have a 3-year warranty through their company there, so that will come in handy. So let's go ahead and we'll set this aside here. Get some of this junk out of the way. We're gonna start a big junk pile behind me here. Get some of these meters out of the way. Alright, we'll set that guy right over there. That'll be a good spot for it. Maybe. If I can get it to stand up. There we go. Cool. And we get into the next one. If this one is packed as tightly as the other one, I may just need to pull this one out with 2 hands, but we will see. Oh, didn't quite get it with the katana there. And there we go. We will see what we got. Oh no, I can slide that out of there. That's not bad at all. As I say that, it like hitches up. Alright, there we go. Box out of the way. And again, we've got the same packing design. I actually like this. It keeps it very, very safe. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so here we go. A little bit bigger board, as you can see. We got the mini, and then we got the medium. And this should be like a really, really good 2x2 light. I'm guessing this is going to be pretty much like a veg light, clone light, 1 by, or maybe a 1.5 by 1.5, or a 1 by 1 space. I'm guessing this is going to be a 2x2. Really, really good for 2x2. I dig it. And then let's check the thickness. This one is a tiny bit thicker, but definitely heavier. And it does have its own driver attached to the back. Let's take a look at this driver. So I have not seen this driver before. So this is what it's coming with. Looks like the brand is Done. I've never heard of that, but that doesn't really mean much. Alright. So, we will see what we will see. Looks like we've got the little plug here for the dimmer strapped down. It is off the board a little bit, and it looks pretty good. Nice looking light. Now all these lights are going to be full spectrum. They are a mix of 3500K and 5000, or 3000 and 5000. I think it's 35 and 5. And then they also have mixed in here, you can see these little ones here, they've got some 660s and then infrared as well. So you get a full range, definitely a full range. This one does have the wiring covered again. Looks nice. Specifications on the back. And yeah, pretty cool. I dig it. It looks nice. Looks like a decent light. There again, we got the same rope ratchet kit. Still the plastic gears. Toss that over there. And we will get down to the one that I have not seen before. The big one. This is the big one here. So let's cut into this. Oops, cut the box there. Missed the tape. Katana makes quick work of everything. It's actually pretty nice. I dig it. Alright. Now the big one. Can I pull this one out with one hand? This one is going to be significantly heavier, I'm thinking. Let's get a grip. Let her rip. Tater chip. Oh shit, that is heavy. Oh boy. I got it. Whew. That is a heavy beast. Alright, so we'll pull that out of the way. Boom. The Eagle has landed. Let's see what is inside the box. Holy shit. Yep, that is just a big fatty panel with no spaces. Just two panels together with no space in the middle. You know, usually you have lights like the SF2000 or the PB2000, I think, also, where they have two boards, but they're spaced out in between, and it's more set up for like a 2x4 space. This has two boards that are just blasted together, nailed down, and this is gonna blow the crap out of a 3x3. I'm thinking, wow, that is sick. As far as the thickness goes, it's about the same thickness as the previous mid-size one. Let's take a look at the underside here. Man, that thing is huge. That is nuts. Ooh, two drivers. One for each board. Nice. Same thing. It's the Done driver. So you got dual drivers on the back. Pretty cool feature. And this is just a beast. I dig it. Just an incredibly beefy looking light. Wow, that is nuts. So we got the whole family here. We got the Bloom Plus, the 1000, the 1500, and the 3000 all lined up here. Wow, you can see the size difference. This is going to be, like I said, like a 1 to 1.5 by 1.5, 2 by 2, 3 by 3. You'd probably use this for 4 by 4 veg, I'm guessing. But yeah, this is a pile of LEDs. Same thing here on the front of it. It does have that shiny coating. It's kind of a sticky rubber coating on it. All three of them have that. You got your wire housing covered up there. You get the same hanging kit, rope ratchet thing. Yeah, awesome. So let's get these suckers hooked up and get some readings, and we'll see how they work. All right, we are back here with the BP 1000 hooked up. Right now it looks like it's drawing 86 watts from the wall. And like I said, it's a pretty slick looking light. Take a look at that there. That is a nice view. Looking really good. My only complaint, I would say, at this point, is you see how far down this box hangs here. It kind of blocks some of the light. Like there's some LEDs up against there, and it's definitely blocking light. So this side over here is going to suffer as far as coverage goes, but I guess you win some, you lose some. I probably would have put that box on the top side. That's just me. Maybe future models they could work that out, but I would have put that up there. I believe that's where the driver is, so I would just slap the driver on the top like the rest of them. But it is what it is. It's just still a slick looking light. Really dig it. But let's take a look and see what it actually outputs, because that's really what matters. It doesn't matter what it looks like. So 338. That's enough to veg with. I mean, that's a pretty decent veg amount. Not really great for flower. I gotta say, this is at 16 inches. Just to show you here. That's what I normally start these off at. So this one's looking like it probably needs to go down to about 12 inches or so. I'd say probably 12 inches for flower. 16 just isn't going to cut it. I would say for veg, I would probably even go 18, because for veg you can get down to 250 to 300. So I would probably pull it up another 2 inches for veg, and down 4 inches for flower. And I think that would make really all the difference. Let's take it out and see how far it'll go. It'll probably drop off quite a bit once we get to the side here. Not too terrible drop off. It spreads fairly well. And if we turn the diode towards the light, it's going to go up a little bit more. So yeah, it'll veg, I'd say like a 2 by 2 space, something like that. Let's take a look here. Pull out the tape measure. We'll set up, let's see, 1 foot right in the middle there. So 2 feet would be like right there. Yeah, this would definitely veg a 2 by 2 at 16 inches to 18 inches. I would definitely use this to veg a 2 by 2. As far as flowering goes, man, you would have to drop this sucker down quite a bit. Let's put this back in the middle here. Let's see if we can. We'll do it live. See if we can drop this down a little bit. Let's see how far that went. Let's see how good my guess is. 13 and a half. not really that good of a guess. Let's see where it's at. 441. Nope, see, it still needs to go lower. So let's take it down a little more. Drop it down a peg or two. One more click up, I think, on that side. Get it nice and even. Now let's see where we're at. We're just below 12 inches. And boom, look at that. Damn, I'm good. 562. That's exactly where you need to be to start making some nice colas. Anything over 450, 500, especially over 500 to 600, you're going to get some decent colas all the way up until 800, 900, and then past that you're really going to want ideal conditions and or CO2 to take advantage of that. But this would work really well at 12 inches, just like I suspected for flower. Now as far as the footprint goes, that may not do too well. Yeah, see, we're falling below 400 there. So to stick to 400, I think I'm gonna be dead on with the 1x1. 1 to 1.5, yep. Say we do 1.5. Yeah, so that's pretty much what you're looking at. About a 1 to 1.5 foot flower space at 12 inches, or a 2x2 veg space at 16 to 18 inches. So, boom, there it is. Got it worked out. As far as heat goes, this thing is going to get pretty hot because it is fairly thin metal. It doesn't have the driver on top though, which is nice, but man, it's definitely heating up already. Let's hit it with the heat gun. At least it has a sticker here, so I should be able to get a fairly accurate reading. I'm gonna try it on the silver surface first, and then we'll go over to the sticker. Woohoo, shit. Yeah, see, that's the accurate reading. 118, 120, 121, 120. Yeah, so like I said, these I've said this many times before with these fanless LEDs, they get hot. That is what they do. They're supposed to get really hot on top of here. You're not supposed to set anything on here. That is how they disperse the heat. I will say this one is, I'm suspecting, going to get extremely hot because it does not have a lot of metal. It is extremely light. I was actually really surprised at how light this one is. The other two are much more robust feeling. I don't know if it's just the thicker, well, it is the driver too, but the thicker metal on them, they definitely are much heavier than this one. But if it doesn't get too incredibly hot, this is a nice option for somebody that needs a light light. This is a very light, easy to set up light. It's not very complicated at all. There is no dimmer, there is no no plug or anything to take apart. It just plugs right in and it goes. There's no on-off switch, there's no bloom switch, there's no nothing. You just plug it in and it grows. So pretty cool, pretty basic. 3-year warranty if anything goes wrong. Hey, is what it is. But let's go ahead and get on to the next one here, the 1500 model, and we'll see what that one looks like. Alright guys, we are back and we've got the BP 1500 hooked up here. Another nice looking offering here. Thing's a beast. Really gonna rock out this space, I think, pretty well. We got it set to 16 inches as usual. Let me show you here. 16 inches, and let's see what type of reading we can get here. Alright, 602. That's good. That's good for bud production. 5 to 600. Yeah, not a problem. That will work quite well. And that's at 16 inches. If you want to drop it down a little bit, you could get a little bit more intensity, but of course that is going to lower your footprint side to side. So let's take a look and see how far we can go. I'm guessing this is going to be a pretty decent 2x2. Alright, so there we're at 400. We turn the diode a little bit. $479. So we could maybe go out to there. Yeah, that's going to be about a 2x2 on this one, it looks like. So there's 2 foot. Put the 2 foot right there at the diode, and then that puts 1 foot right there, which just about lines up with the driver. So yeah, it's about a 2x2. Once you get a reflective wall up against there, that's going to make a difference. So yeah, definitely 2x2 space, 16 inches for flower. For veg, you could definitely bump that up to 18 or 20 inches and do a 3x3, I would say. Pretty decent offering. I have to look into these drivers and see how good that driver is, see what information I can find out about that. Then if you'd like some more information about this light or any of the other lights that I'm looking at here, click the link below and that'll take you to the Amazon store where you can take a look at it. If there's any discount codes that I get a hold of, I will put that down in the description as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's bust out the Temp Gun. I have had this warming up for a while. Let's hit the driver, and that does have the sticker. So 133, and the sticker over here 130, fully warmed up. 133, 34. Yeah, so definitely gets hot. Just touching it, definitely warm. Hot. Yeah, but it's doing its job. It's leaching the heat off of the diodes so that you can have that heat go up into your space, and then you exhaust that out through the top. So that's what it's supposed to do. If you would like to, as I always say, you could get a clip fan or something, put it up here, and then blow a fan on it, and that'll just help it out quite a bit to help some air exchange across the metal. It does help out quite a lot. But that's an option for those people that are worried about that sort of thing. And some people go a little bit overboard on their worry when it comes to the heat off of these. I mean, you don't want to, like I said earlier, you don't really want to set anything on there, but I've laid these cables down on there before for months, and like nothing happens. Like this one is really close to there. It's not enough to even melt one of these cables, so it's not that extremely hot. It just feels hot when you touch it. That's just how they work. Let's take a look at the wattage for this type of output. It's 140 watts at the wall. Not bad, not bad. Pretty cool light. I like this size. It's like the an oversized 1000. The 1000 is just so small, and all of them are like that. The Spider Farmer, the Maxi Sun, they're all just really small. They're great little veg lights or clone lights or whatever, but you don't really get into something that you can really flower with until you get into these 1500 series, and then the 2000s and the 3000s and the 4000s. So let's speaking of, let's go hook up the bad boy, the 3000 that we got. Take a look at that. Alright guys, we are back, and this is the big one that we've all been waiting for, the dual driver BP 3000. Look at that board. That is a monster. Incredible. That is super impressive. I really like that there's no spaces. It's just a giant, it just looks like one single board. It's two boards, but it looks like one single one. I love it. It looks great. Two drivers, so that way if one fails, you'll still have one board to keep it going until you get a replacement driver. And let's see how it works. I have a feeling it's gonna blow it up. Let's grab the tape measure here. It's at 16 inches. And I have a feeling that this is just going to destroy at 16 inches. Pretty sure we're going to have to move it up. Let's take a look. Bam! 1032. Let's move it around a little, see if we can get maybe a little bigger, a little higher. Nope. Yeah, it's gonna be about the highest, I think. 1030, 1032, somewhere in there. Right in the middle. That is that's almost too much. For me, that is really close to being too much. You really have to have your nutrient level dialed in really, really well, and maybe even using CO2 to really take advantage of that type of lighting level. So I would say move this up a bit, but let's see how this works going out this way. See where we get to where you can't really produce decent bud. So there we are out to there. But even if we tilt it in, it's still 560. $476. So this thing will do a 4x4. Possibly. Or blow up a 3x3. That's I wasn't expecting that. That's really cool. I'm really surprised. So I mean, you got this right here. If you bring this all the way out to the edge and you don't tilt it at all, you're looking at 346. But as soon as I tilt the diode inward, and you know your plants are going to turn towards the light. Look at that, 450. So that's it. I mean, this is a 2 foot by 4 foot. This thing might actually do a 3x4 or a 4x4. It'll definitely do a 3x3. I'll tell you that much. Let's check the near side over here. This is going to be stupid high. $870. Yeah, just ridiculous. Let's go ahead and move this up to, I'm going to say probably 18 inches. It might even go to 20 inches. But I'm going to say 18 inches. I'm going to try and bring this down to about 800. We'll see how that goes. And this is consuming a total of 280 watts at the wall. So 280 watts, hitting some really good par numbers. It's pretty good overall. Alright, 18 inches. The back needs to go up one more because I had to take it down and it went down more than one. And there we go, 18 inches. And where are we at? There we go, we're in the 800s. 887, 890. Wow, just by moving this this side reflection right here, I can really influence the reading. 96 with decent side reflection. That's really good. Let me take it out to the side. Without tilting it, 350. Then we tilt it in. 420, just about 430. So yeah, this could do 3x4, 4x4 in that neighborhood. Definitely 3x3. This would be an excellent 3x3 light, possibly the best 3x3 light that I have found so far. 3x3 lights are kind of hard to come by. A lot of stuff is designed for 4x4, so it works in like a 2x4 or a 4x4 configuration, similar to like what I'm using up here. It works in a 2x4 or a 4x4 configuration. 3x3, trying to get something that's square, is really tough. So this might actually be the best 3x3. I might have to recommend this to some people. I get asked a lot of times for tent sizes and what light's the best light to get for this and that. For the money, of course. Nobody wants to get the absolute best because they don't want to shell out for it. But yeah, this might be a really good option, I would say, for those people that want a decently inexpensive. Still has Samsung diodes, so you're still going to have to pay somewhat of a premium. And the quality seems to be fairly good. Like all these newer generation LEDs, they're doing really well. It's not like the old days of like the blurple lights and all that stuff where you'd have diodes burning out after a month or two. I've been using quite a few of these cheaper LEDs in the veg tent. I just switched over to these here recently because I got them in and they're kick-ass. But like I used the Mars SP250 for a while. That has some Samsung LEDs in it similar to this. Didn't have a single problem at all. It was great for the whole time that I used it. So seeing that this has Samsung diodes, I really do think I could recommend this to people in a 3x3 and have it be great success for them. And yeah, that's about it. So overall, I'd say the brand is pretty decent. It is definitely on the cheaper end. The hanging kit could be a little bit more robust. I would probably just get 4 rope ratchets and hang to here. I'm not sure I would trust all this hanging kit here. It's kind of thin for how heavy this is. But they definitely tried to save money where they could to get a good price point and still give you the Samsung diodes. So I like that they did that they made sure to get a good quality item in there, a good selling feature, but then they did have to cut some corners maybe here and there in other places to get the cost down. Like in the thickness of the metal might be one place that they cut the cost a little bit. So let's take a look at the heat. It's not super hot because I haven't had it on for a while, but it is definitely hot. So let's give it a shot here. They're all going to be honestly such similar heat in the end once they're warmed up. Yeah, I see it's up to 105 right now. And I put a little sticker on here. I'm going to try and hit it. Oh no, it's going to be pretty tough with this here. Oh, we got it, I think. Yep. 110. The light's swinging. I hit 110 right there on the sticker. So yeah, we're up to 110 right now. So yeah, this is definitely going to keep warming up and getting hotter. Seeing that it has 2 drivers here, it'll get a little bit more heat. I'm actually going to let it heat up a little bit, and then we're going to hit it with the heat gun again. So I will be back in just a little bit. Alright, this seems to be pretty warmed up here. Let's get on the driver. 132. Yeah, just like the others. And then I moved the sticker over here. I have to aim the laser above it because it's such a small sticker. 118. 118, like right in the middle there. You can see without the sticker. 88 in the middle. 93. Yeah, the sticker is a much more accurate reading. Getting up there, so definitely outputting some heat. I thought it would be a little bit hotter in the middle here than 118, so that's nice. The drivers are just the same heat as the other ones. One thing I did notice is I think these drivers are the ones that dim as they get hot, so it definitely will be worth your while to try and put a fan on these to cool this, because they did seem to dim a little bit as it warmed up. So that's definitely something to look out for. If you're looking for max output, you're gonna have to do max cooling. And a lot of the units, the cheaper units, are doing that now. I think it's mostly just to conserve their diodes, so that you're not putting it in a super hot environment and just frying the shit out of everything, which is pretty smart from a warranty standpoint. But for the end user, it definitely is a little bit of a challenge to try and keep it at 100%. So, it's a give and a take. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty cool light setup. I really dig this, especially for the 3x3. If you guys want to check out this light or any of the other lights, link below. I hope you enjoyed this review. It's a pretty good little setup these guys got going on. I dig it. So, until next time, guys, happy growing.